Welcome back to Love and Junk. I'm Laura.
I'm John.
And we're back.
Yes, welcome back to you.
Welcome back to you.
Thank
this is
you.
very exciting. We're just
Yes.
going to give you a quick little update where we've been, what's been happening. I think you know what that means for our channel, how we're feeling right now, all the stuff. Ready to get into it?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we are back. We are going to tell you what's been going on, but first off, I just want to let you know there are some restrictions. We are not going to say certain words
We're
like
going to try our best.
Like-
or if one of us slips up, we might have
Yeah.
to do beep.
like the C word, which stands for a certain illness that's been going around in the world. Because YouTube algorithms like to block those words or not push videos that have,
Which they
certain
should.
things.
We understand
Sure.
it, and they should, because there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of misinformation out there.
Yep.
So this is not meant in any shape, form, or fashion to be any sort of medical advice or anything. We're
Yeah.
just telling you our experience, what it did to our bodies, where we're at now. Like I said, what it means for the channel.
Yeah.
So we do know where we got it.
Yes.
Some people don't. Some people go out into the world and they bring it home and they get symptoms and they don't know where they got it. I can tell you for Christmas, we had 6 people into our home.
Yeah.
We had 2 different mini Christmases, even broken up into smaller groups, which we thought would be safer. John's dad, one of the kids, and his new wife at one, and 2 of the other kids and a girlfriend at the other.
Yep.
And it was at that second little Christmas the first Christmas.
Yes,
It was
it
the
was-
reverse order. It was at the first Christmas that we were exposed. We didn't know it at the time. He didn't know it at the time, but after we got together for Christmas, he tested positive. And
Yeah.
so that's the source. We had been out in the world a little bit, It's been a couple of years. We're all feeling the same way. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think a lot of people are feeling the same way. Like
Right.
itching to see loved ones. We had canceled most get-togethers and holidays and
Yeah.
whatever for the last couple of years because that's what we thought we needed to do for our health.
Health and safety, yep.
Yep, and I can tell you that we hadn't gone out in the world much, and we pick up our groceries, and we had been out a little bit looking for things, always socially distanced just in general because
Right.
people, you know what I mean? But and wearing masks and being safe, and you may have seen that we went to see Spider-Man. We were so careful, in fact. We ordered our tickets online
Yep.
and to avoid a line.
Yeah,
And
and I
John purchased the tickets on
Each side of us. And the way that like our theater is, it's stadium style seating with like these recliners that
right. So there's a lot of room. So the people in front of us are all a distance in front of us plus down, and the same way
Yeah.
behind. So
But I had to purchase the other seats because the theater isn't doing social distancing like that.
they have
So-
been, but not anymore.
not
So
anymore.
anyway, we've been out in the world. I think we've went out to eat in the last 2 years, including when we went to get married. We did takeout.
Yeah,
Even
takeout, yeah.
during when we got married. So I think we've went out to dinner 2 times, I want to say, maybe 3 times
Yeah.
in all of this time. So one was for John's birthday, and then, like I said, you saw that we went to see Spider-Man. And originally, when we started to get sick, we thought, well, of course, it was that.
Right.
But it wasn't.
But it wasn't, yeah. So our original exposure was on December 26th, and then we didn't start showing symptoms until maybe January 4 or 5, maybe.
And the first symptom was this. I think. Maybe you felt something before I did. We haven't really discussed what we're going to talk about that much. But I remember thinking, like, I have a little tickle in my throat. That was
Yeah.
like the original thing. And John actually started. I don't know if your symptoms came before or after I started feeling a little tickle, but John definitely got it first.
I think, what kind of happened was I felt just drained. I didn't feel like sick. I just felt exhausted, and I felt like it was because of the holidays, because of Vlogmas and trying to get all the
We
videos
had been really
out.
pushing during Christmas. We had a lot of stress over the holidays, and we for sure just thought we had worn ourselves down.
Yeah, and by the time we got sick, I was just like done with all that stuff. And so I thought that kind of being drained and having no energy was just because of that. And then one night we were going to bed, and Laura says to me, I feel like I'm gonna get a sore throat.
Yeah.
And the next morning, she was fine, and I had a horrible sore throat.
Yeah. I can also tell you this. John had a sore throat and was feeling run down. I was exhausted too, but again, I thought it was because of everything we had been doing. But John had vertigo.
Oh, yeah.
And he had never experienced that. He had that for a few days. Kind of scary. And I've had vertigo before.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad for a couple of days. That was kind of your first sore throat and vertigo.
Yep.
Right?
No energy, sore throat, vertigo. And then as my stuff started to clear up, then next thing you know, Laura gets hit.
And I got hit pretty hard. And I don't know if I told you this story or not, but I remember we watch TV in our family room, and we have to go upstairs to go to bed. And so we're generally up pretty late watching TV and doing our thing. And I remember having this feeling like, as John was like turning off lights and stuff, I was still sitting on the couch. And I remember thinking like, it is really a long way to our bedroom from where I am. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like I've never had that thought before on a normal day, but it just seemed like climbing a mountain.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, you know what? I'm really feeling run down. I might just, take to my bed, as they say, tomorrow and just let myself rest and see if I feel better. Well, the next day, there was no choice in that. I was out. I was laid out. I had a couple of days of like, I'm getting a tickle, and then it hit me like a ton of bricks, I would say. There was no easing into it for me.
No, not at all. And I think if, I look at things, I think my symptoms probably lasted for 2 weeks, probably longer than 2 weeks, because I still felt like I kind of had a cold while you were sick, and so I don't know. It lasts for several weeks. I still think I feel some of the issues, but no loss of taste or smell
for you.
Yeah.
My symptoms. So that first day, I remember just laying in bed. And it was like I had the TV on, but I wasn't paying any attention to what was going on. It was just kind of noise. I just had the worst headache I think I've ever
I had a headache too, yeah.
experienced in my life. Muscle aches, body aches. I had a fever right away. Night sweats, chills, the whole thing. That's how it was at first. And by that next day, I started having like stomach issues too. Everything was really acidic, and there was some vomiting and stuff like that going on, in addition to the horrible cold symptoms and muscle butt. It's like the worst part of it for me is body ache, headache, fatigue. I felt like an elephant was on me at all times. Like I just could not move. And I remember having to take a break to go to the bathroom because I felt so exhausted and dizzy. And we have an okay sized house, but it wasn't like the bathroom is on the other side of the house. We're talking, I had to take a break going from my bedroom, which is here, or our bedroom, I should say, to the bathroom, which is here, across the hall. I had to like lay down and take a break. It was bad. I kind of, what else do we want to say? Is that all the...
Go ahead.
Maybe I should mention I did have a few other symptoms. I never lost my sense of smell, but everything started tasting funny.
Right.
Even things that I love, and Diet Mountain Dew, which I drink all the time, started tasting like I don't want it. Water tasted, everything tasted like metal to me. And one of the kids that had a pretty bad case of COVID, not the one that gave it to us, a different one, still has trouble eating certain foods and drinking certain things. And he had COVID months and months and months ago.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a lasting effect. I would say our appetite, I didn't feel like eating much. And it kind of changed. I can tell you this right now. We haven't had a whole lot of sugar, which is strange to say. It doesn't really sound good. We've been craving the heck out of fruit.
Oh yeah.
We've had that for snacks every single day. So I don't know. We're getting through.
Yeah, we're getting through.
So at the same time, one of the issues was, first of all, we're sick and we know that we're contagious and we don't want to go out into the world. But we also felt like we needed to get tested. And around this time, the variant that's going on is everywhere. And all we saw in the news was the lines at test sites, 2 and 3 hours and longer. And when you're feeling like you can't even walk across the hall to the bathroom, that's something that was just out of the question.
Yeah.
We couldn't find test kits for the longest time locally. So I really fear that during this time, some of the numbers are underreported because test kits for a long time were just not available.
Right.
It's been a wild ride. We're, I think, I don't know, is this week 3? Week 800?
Yeah.
It takes everything out of you. How do you feel now?
I I think I'm probably 90% maybe. I still feel like I have a little bit of a cold issue, blowing my nose some and this and that. But other than that, I feel okay.
I still have issues with congestion. I have a very sore ear and I can feel pressure change in my head, like when I blow my nose, or I still have a cough to a certain degree. Not bad, just a little bit here and there. I've had some trouble sleeping, and energy is still really, really, really an issue.
Right.
But I'm glad that we had each other. We lost a friend during this time, and because ICU beds are hard to come by, and so I feel fortunate that obviously that it didn't get to that point for us. I feel fortunate that I was with you. We both had it at the same time, that we didn't have to be separated, because I know that was not a lot of people's reality. So, and fortunately for us, John didn't have it as bad as I did, so he was able to, be sweet little nurse for me, because I really got hit. So that's why you haven't seen, I think you've heard me maybe in a video, but you haven't really seen much of us. We are starting to film. Today is our first day we're filming. We're going to do a couple. I can tell you that my oxygen levels are different. I have asthma anyway, and so I can tell that the extra talking is kind of weighing on me a little bit. So here's our plan. We're gonna do, now before all of this, we would have sat down and filmed 5, 6, 7, 8 videos in a day. No sweat.
Yeah, not now, not for now. We're going to take it slow,
Yeah, 2, 3 at a time.
Yeah. And
then maybe in a couple of days we'll do 2 or 3 more. So just know, if you sent us things, we will be getting to those videos very, very, very soon. But know it's going to be a little bit of a slower process, because first of all, it's hard to eat sugar for now. And it's hard to actually film these for now. So you might see a new video today, and then there might be some cooking or some old footage. One good thing about this
Get to
is
clean out
we
our
were
stuff.
able to clean out a lot of lost footage kind of things that maybe would have never shown up.
Right.
So we still have a little bit more of that. So you might see a new video today, then there might be a lost footage video, then there might be a cooking video, then you might see another new video from us. Just know we're doing the best that we can. We appreciate all of your kind words and messages, because if you don't know this already, we think of you as friends and family, and you have all been better friends and family to us than our actual, out in the world friends and family. We'll leave it at that. Many more well wishes have come from our viewers, friends, I would say, for
That's right.
sure. And
Yeah.
it meant everything to us. We couldn't always respond, because we're laid out, or John's trying to take
do
care of everything. But just know that we saw every comment and appreciate it so very much. We're going to
For
try
sure.
to catch up with some of those comments in the weeks to come. So we certainly appreciate all of you. What else do you have to say?
I can hear it in your voice that we have to go.
Yeah, I can hear it in my voice too. Talking is exhausting.
Yeah.
Never wore me out before.
Oh, it didn't.
So, if you have not found us on social media, please come find us. Our links are in the channel banner. We are most active on Instagram. We also have a food channel. We also have a game channel.
Yep.
Links to those will be down in the comments. That's all we have for today.
Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.